Mara, these visuals are extremely interesting. Shivraj Singh Chouhan garlanding Mohan Yadav, and as we were discussing earlier, when it comes to the new BJP, nothing can be predicted.
Yes, absolutely. Surprise and secrecy is what these are the two hallmarks of the new BJP. And even as multiple faces were doing the rounds about front runners, nobody gave Mohan Yadav a chance. And here he is, the face of Madhya Pradesh BJP now, and it's an end of a long era, end of Shivraj Singh Chouhan's era, one of the longest serving chief ministers of the Hindi heartland. Mr. Shivraj Singh Chouhan himself passing on the baton to his successor. Mr. Mohan Yadav has been in his cabinet, has served as education minister in the cabinet of Shivraj Singh Chouhan. He's 58 years old, but I think the BJP has done the OBC calculation here. The BJP has, even as the BJP ushers in a generational shift, that has ensured that there is that caste factor which is at play here as well. So I think that is very, very critical, and at the same time, Ujjain is what he represents. The temple town of Ujjain becomes crucial for BJP's, the Hindutva push and the sentiments that the BJP has managed to, garner so far. So I think it's also what we are being told by the sources, that he is the choice of Sangh. And when V.D. Sharma was appointed as the BJP president just months before the elections in Madhya Pradesh, the second name which was proposed by RSS was also the name of Mr. Yadav. So Mohan Yadav getting the crown of Madhya Pradesh. Remember, the state of Madhya Pradesh has been the laboratory of the BJP and the RSS. They would have wanted the state to continue to be with them, and this is what has happened. The BJP's victory in the state of Madhya Pradesh has meant that they could have experimented by coming up with a completely new face. He is, of course, not really new to politics. He has been around. As we said, that he's a 3-term MLA, but certainly because he has the endorsement of the central leadership, the BJP is sending a message that there are several within the party. There are several MLAs out of those 165 odd MLAs that the BJP can look at in terms of giving the responsibility for the crucial state of Madhya Pradesh. And Mohan Yadav, as we all of us ended up Googling on him, as we had anticipated, just as when the new list of the highest decision-making body of the BJP, that is the parliamentary board, had come, there were so many new faces that the party decided to give a place of prominence, and now it's Mohan Yadav who is the BJP's go-to man now, who will be governing the state of Madhya Pradesh.
And Mara, we'll come to the caste calculation as well, but just looking at how the BJP has been able to come to consensus, whether it's Chhattisgarh, where you saw, somebody close to Raman Singh chosen as the chief minister, or here Shivraj Singh Chouhan himself garlanding and passing on the baton to Mohan Yadav. But how will these heavyweights actually be accommodated in the cabinet? Because you have people like Narendra Singh Tomar, people like Shivraj Singh Chouhan, dyed in the wool BJP politicians, veterans. So that will also be a task for the BJP to be able to accommodate these heavyweights in the cabinet.
Yes, I think it's not as much about accommodating these heavyweights in the cabinet. That may not be an issue for the party at all, because it feels that, as far as Narendra Singh Tomar's name is concerned, we believe he could be the next speaker of the assembly. But what about other, will the party be going for some women face in a deputy chief minister? Because women of Madhya Pradesh, having voted for the BJP because of its schemes, Ladli Behna being the prominent welfare schemes of the scheme of the BJP, is seen as a factor which led to the BJP's rise as phoenix in these elections. But whether they will be going for a women face or not, that remains to be seen. But what is becoming interesting here is the secrecy and the surprise factor. Nobody thought that in the state of Chhattisgarh, despite all those front-runner names that were put out by the media, there would be a new face completely. And the hints of which were dropped by Home Minister Amit Shah himself when he travelled, and he was in that constituency of Vishnu Desai when he was, campaigning And now the indication coming that it's Mohan Yadav who has been chosen. He's a 3-term MLA, so he's not really completely someone who is doesn't have the experience of government.
Right.
He has served with Shivraj Chouhan, so he understands what the party leadership wants. But I think the party's messaging here is that they're going for a completely different set of calculations when they have decided to not go for the obvious names, not go for front runners of television or newspapers. They have decided to have a completely different set of calculations when they have chosen these leaders to lead these very important states.
Also, Madhav, one thing which is very interesting is that the BJP is, of course, looking at the national picture as well, because choosing an OBC leader and choosing a Yadav leader will, of course, boost the party's poll prospects when it comes to, say, the Bundelkhand region or the Rohilkhand region in Uttar Pradesh as well. So the BJP is really looking at its larger national ambitions ahead of 2024 as well. How could this, choosing a Yadav face, how significant is it? Because you also look at the Bundelkhand region, the Rohilkhand region. This will, of course, boost the party's poll prospects there in Uttar Pradesh as well.
Yes, absolutely, and also in the neighboring state of Bihar, because there as well there is that Yadav-dominated party in Rashtriya Janata Dal, whose face is Tejasvi Yadav. Of course, as you said rightly, in Samajwadi Party's face, that is Akhilesh Yadav, the BJP certainly is sending a message that they can have a Yadav surname leader as well, and of a very, very important state, one of the largest states of India, Madhya Pradesh. And here you have an OBC leader take the state of prominence. But I think what the BJP has done interestingly is, between Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, they have done some kind of calculation. They understand that in the state of Chhattisgarh, they had to project a tribal face, and that's the reason why they have gone for Vishnu Desai. Here they had to look at OBCs. They understand fully well that the OBC calculation becomes important going ahead, although the Prime Minister has spoken about a completely different reimagination of caste constituencies or reimagination of the caste calculus. But here is Mohan Yadav, who is the choice of the RSS. He has worked very closely in the functioning of the RSS, and he is now the man who will be leading Madhya Pradesh.